stay humble, hustle hard behind me, which,
Yeah.
and I have a last sentence that goes with that, that I've, created over the years. It says, and remember where you came from, and I think a lot of people lose that focus as they see success. As they see success, they don't remember what it was like at the beginning as new guys are coming around, or guys that made mistakes and they forget, years ago, oh, I made those same mistakes, but are very quick to criticize somebody else. So, again, stay humble, hustle hard, and remember where you came from.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So let me ask you, for our listeners, like we know right now what's probably on your leaders list is largely related to launching this franchise model and being able to work with those guys. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth. If there's anything,
you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I figured that. So your leaders list is pretty clear, but thinking about the stages that you've been in, the things that you have seen, if I'm a founder and I'm trying to grow and scale my business, like what's the thing that you would say should be on my leaders list?
I always try to change my job every couple months. Like as we do things, I learn it and then I delegate it to somebody. I learn something new. And, I think right now there's so much going on in tech. You have AI's, crazy. There's new things coming out every day. From my standpoint, I'm helping my development team and, social and advertising teams run their stuff. I'm helping the sales guys and the account management team staying up to date with their customers. And I have a lot of relationships because, again, people know me from the community. So, there's a lot of times where I'll meet somebody and they say, I need this, this, and this. And then I'm relaying it to my team so they could deliver a job. But I also stay involved because I want to make sure that the job comes out the way that I envision it. And again, I think there's some times where I wish I wasn't running a marketing agency and just selling products and selling widgets because it would be easier. I have that, perspective of, is this the end result that I want? Like a widget's a widget is a widget. Whereas, in the marketing space, is that the best creative we could use? Did we A/B test it? So there are things that I think, because I run a marketing agency, keep me a little more in the process. But again, I think we're focused on technology. We're focused on doing, our current customer base. I never want to lose sight of those customers because they're who got us. They're the ones who got us here. And then I want to focus on our future endeavors, which is our franchise system and and running the business as efficiently as possible with as many people that have franchises to to grow them. And again, now we have a different final look. It's enterprise value now. When you have one or two systems, it's one or two systems. That's what, at the end of the day, what you're going to, put on, sell down the road. Now you're looking at enterprise value. If you have 50 systems, what does that look like?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's great. So just going back to your recommendation on what goes on the leaders list, that sounds a lot like the advice that my dad gave me very, very early in my career, which was go be a practitioner and be great at something, make that your core, but never stop adding rings to the tree. Keep getting better, right. Keep changing.
And, again,
I love that perspective of you continuously learning something new, but then giving that to someone else. That's a great gift.
Yeah. And, I try to read as much as I can and, buy back your time. If you read that one, or heard about them, again, same kind of thing. What is the value? And, there's times where, someone said to me that works on my staff the other day, let's do this consulting. And I said, listen, that's not a winner for us because, again, I said, who's going to do the consulting? And they said, well, you could do it. I said, it's not practical. I said, because what we're going to need to charge isn't efficient. Now, if we could get someone else on the team to do it, it could be a winner. But in its current world, if you look at other things that we do as a business, it's foolish to do that. And again, it's more of a learning at that point, so that you think about, all right, well, think about it differently. And I think when you're an employee or you're not in the business, sometimes it sounds crazy. You're going to give up that $150 or per hour on something. But on the other side is when you look at the payroll every week and you look at what you have to generate, that $150 is lunch money at that point.